YouTube, what's going on? It's East Kicks and Topics. Today I'm back with another video, a topic video at that. But first, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, hit that noti bell for your boy so your boy can be successful. I greatly appreciate it. I wanted to make a quick video update on this Ben Simmons stuff. I know previous NBA players have done this in the past. Take the low way out or asking for a trade. Not everybody gonna give you the Jimmy Butler way of asking for a trade. What I mean by that, Vince Carter, there's just Vince Carter, and Kyrie is the two main people that come to mind where, I can compare their two situations to Ben Simmons' situation. But I feel like James Harden kind of said it's a different way of doing it, but it's still, whatever the case may be. So at first I thought James Harden, I was like, well, did James Harden create a trend or whatever the case may be? But I think he might have doing it professionally. What I mean by that is that when James Harden asked for a trade last season, I don't know how many games he played, he did it the right way. What I mean by that is yes, he missed a couple bit of training camp or whatever, but he eventually showed up, right? And I want to say like the first 2 or 3 games of the season, he was James Harden. I think he had like a 40-point something game against the Blazers or something, like a 30-point game. And then some other good game he had, and then he showed up out of shape, and then it was that infamous press conference where he basically said he wanted out, but he basically said, like, I done everything I could. We ain't good enough to compete with the best. So, and that was that. I know the situation is different with Ben because he just on some other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Like, instead of him silencing the critics and proving what people say he can't do or work on it or whatever the case may be, he chose to just refuse. I understand a lot of people throw you under the bus and all this other shit. Okay, I understand that aspect. But, my dude, you still have to become a better basketball player. So, I feel like Ben Simmons should have took the James Harden route if he wanted out of Philly. And I still think that it's possible that may go down for Ben Simmons, because I understand you rich and stuff, man, but do you really just want to give him an organization that's hard on anybody that don't, show up? Do you really just want to give him $33 million? You understand? I understand that probably ain't nothing to you, but that's beside the point. Like, do you just want to give away $33 million? Like, show up, be professional, play, look like yourself, try to build your trade value back up, because right now you looking real trash. And no team, if teams really wanted you, man, I think it's not even that teams don't want him. It's the salary. It's the contract that he had. He makes too much money, and he don't fit a lot of teams. And this is what I was saying in my previous video. You really don't have the leverage, and you really shouldn't be too picky. You know what I'm saying? You got to show people that you're a different player. For 5-6 years, you've been in the league. 6 years, I believe. You've been in the league, and you digressed. So I think he should have took that approach like how James Harden did, and just went ahead and you know, did professionally, showed up, training camp, did a few games, whatever, and try to build your trade value and see. But I know most of them will probably be like, it's a chance that he won't go nowhere. Okay, but that's the risk that you got to take. You understand what I'm saying? You still got to do your childhood dream. You understand? You still got to do it. Ain't no teams coming to knock for you because the Sixers are being smart in a situation. They are really forcing your hand to show up because they're not accepting nothing but an all-star talent in return. And you don't fit a lot of team schemes because a lot of players can do what you can do already, but they add just a little bit more as far as shooting. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like he should have did the James Harden treatment. James Harden was professional about it. But like I said, Vince Carter, when he wanted out of Toronto, he was acting whatever, corny, whatever. When Kyrie wanted out of Cleveland, he threatened them and said, if y'all didn't trade me, I would sit out the whole season. Basically fake an injury or whatever the case may be. So I don't know what Ben Simmons' camp is with the Rich Paul and all that BS, but you ultimately gonna lose the battle because the 76ers got the leverage. They're not pulling the plug unless they getting something really, really good, close, that's gonna put them over the hump. Now I know reports has been coming out, and basically Ben Simmons basically saying that he can't show his full potential being on the court with Embiid. So let me get this straight. Embiid is an injury-prone player. So when Embiid was out, I didn't do my research on that. I don't think his stats, I'm just assuming, I don't think his stats were that more crazy than when Embiid was on the court. So that's basically what he making it seem like. But then now Embiid has come out and sit there and said, like, our whole offense was based for his needs. I was just, I do my little thing, whatever. You understand? But mainly the offense was built around him because he was limited to what he could do. So, I respect Joel Embiid because he keeping it real. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, man, you already getting what you get, but then you sitting here saying that I'm holding you back from your potential, which I can understand to a degree, but not really, because it's like y'all got totally two different playing styles. So how is that even possible? You understand? Like, why would you even say that when y'all got totally two different playing styles? Like, but what I'm saying is you probably saying Embiid hogging up the paint, but he's a big man. You understand? But you a big man too. You a power forward center, to be honest with you. Point guard was just a cheat code, but that shit really only good in 2K. You understand what I'm saying? Because people know you're not paying in the post like that. So if you was really a dominant post player like Magic was, or whatever the case may be, shit, even Magic took jump shots. And Magic the greatest point guard of all time. And I don't think it's not too many people that will argue that. But Magic can shoot. Magic shot the ball. But like I said before, even Embiid came out, and I've been saying it ever since it happened. The Sixers fucked up when they didn't want to sign Jimmy Butler. And that's because Ben Simmons went there and bitched and complained about Jimmy Butler was taking the ball out his hands. I think that team could have been really, really good if they kept Jimmy Butler. They would probably, I ain't gonna say they probably would have won a championship, but they definitely would have made the finals. Because if you let Jimmy Butler have the ball in his hands, and then Ben Simmons playing off the ball, then Embiid playing off the ball, let them pick and choose, that team is crazy. That team is crazy. But I said that the Sixers made a mistake when they let Jimmy Butler go. And Embiid vouched for that. So this stuff is getting out of hand with this Ben Simmons stuff. I thought eventually they would figure out some stuff, but now it's just all these reports. People trying to fly out, try to meet with him, try to talk to him. He basically giving them one-word answers or telling them don't even bother, all this other stuff. I would never ever play for y'all ever again. So you just giving them free money. So you gonna do that for 4 years straight, bruh? To the point that the NBA executives and Adam Silver and all them got to get involved and force you to play, just like they forcing players to do something else. I'm not gonna say it, but y'all know what I'm talking about, because I don't want YouTube to come at my videos. Do you want the NBA to get involved in that and force your ass to go play for them? Because you understand what I'm saying? Like you really at a disadvantage, and you really not showing that you a better player than you been the previous years. You got an opportunity to go out there and do it, and then you're not even doing it the professional way. You doing it the coward way. I understand people threw you under the bus. I know people, whatever. It's a heat of the moment, man. But not yet one time did I hear Ben Simmons come out and take blame for his mistakes, for why they couldn't get over that hump. I know Embiid and all them say they got to be better and all this other stuff, but Embiid can admit to that. I'm just talking about this past year. I'm pretty sure Ben Simmons probably said it before, but you haven't lived up to it. You understand? So it's just kind of weird to me. This situation is just weird, but I know players had done this before, but this is just crazy. You forcing their hand and they still haven't budged. This is not a Kyrie, Vince Carter situation where you that type of player and they can be like, oh, okay, we can do this, we can do this, we can do that. You digress. You're not showing you showing all these weak ass videos of you shooting, but you've been doing that for 4 straight years and barely take shots when the regular season starts. You understand? So, what is the purpose of that, man? You fucking up your own bag right now, in my opinion. And people trying to figure out what you trying to do, and it's cool. I mean, you understand? You fucking over the Sixers in the same way, because they don't know what their team's full potential gonna be, whether they gonna have you or not. But honestly, if I'm the 76ers, you gotta prepare to have a life without Ben Simmons. Not unless somebody in his camp tell him that he needs to man up and they just need to talk it out and get through it and try to make some shit happen. Or you trade this dude. Sixers, you're not going to get nothing that crazy back. So that's when the Sixers would take an L. But really, no team want to pick up that contract if you're going to turn around and do the same thing. And this is what I be trying to say about players. LeBron created a portal where you speak for yourself and you do what the fuck you want to do. Because time and time again, not every player in the league is going to have a Tim Duncan or Dirk situation. And even Duncan was about to get traded to the Magic with T-Mac and Grant Hill back in the day. And Kobe wanted out of the Lakers before and wanted to go to Chicago before Shaq left for Miami. So it's really Dirk, the only person. But what I'm saying, you can sit up there, you can have a tenor, you can have a path of staying with a team like Dirk did, sacrificing money, doing this, doing that for the greater the team, and this and that. But we look at players like Russell Westbrook that we know, everyone knows that he would have been loyal to OKC, but but they ended up trading. I feel like that's what's going to happen to Dame Lillard. They just going to keep failing, and then they just going to have to trade him. They're going to have to go in rebuild mode. I'm trying to think of another player that they just ended up trading. And that's what I'm saying. The loyalty stuff don't really matter. Like, you can put your heart and soul in the team. If they feel like they can find better assets for you, then they go. But like I said, back to Ben Simmons, why would a team take the risk of paying you that money and you can turn around and do the same thing to them whenever something go bad if y'all make the playoffs? You get what I'm saying? It's like a repetitive thing. Like, the same thing can happen to you or the team, and why would they take that risk? Because you can turn around and do the same thing, especially if you didn't want to get traded here. Because the team destinations that he asked for was all California teams, except for the Kings. And neither of those teams got the assets to even bring you on there. So what, you gonna wait for 4 years after your contract up and then be a free agent no matter where you at and then go to one of those teams? Is that your plan? Because that's a long time. And I know you're not about to just sit at home for 4 years giving up $33 million or more. And that's why I'm saying that the league about to step in and they about to veto all that shit. Either you show up or you're not going to play for the NBA. It's still a job at the end of the day. Yes, it's your childhood dream. It's a dream, but it's still a job at the end of the day. They gonna force your ass to play. Now, whether they come at the 76ers, it's like you got to make a trade at this deadline or whatever the case may be, or Ben Simmons, you going to show up, or we going to take more money from you, or you're not even more money. You're not even going to be in the league. You don't want that to be a situation. Because all that you're doing is for nothing now. Now you out the damn league, and now you trying to find another profession. Or you got to go overseas or some shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, this shit is getting crazy. But I feel like he definitely should have took the James Harden situation, man. Definitely should have took the James Harden situation. Did it professionally, showed teams that boom, 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 build up that trade value again. Maybe you would have been got traded. Shaq and Kobe didn't get along, but they made that shit work. You and Embiid ain't got to be the best friend. But when it comes to this court stuff, we going to get it done. Until they figure out what they gonna do with me. I don't fuck with you, but when it comes to this court, we gotta work together to win these games because I have to build my resume. That's the mindset that you have to have, man. You don't have to get along. You don't have not get along. You don't have to like a person. But if it comes something that's business-wise to achieving a goal and you need this person or they in the pathway of helping you getting it, just cooperate with them. It makes everybody easy. But you can go up to training camp. You can do all that shit, man. You know I don't fuck with you. But when we on off the court, we don't fuck with each other. But on the court, we get you done. Shaq and Kobe did it. 3-peat. 3 championships. They didn't like each other. Well documented. Now, I'm not comparing those two to no damn Shaq and Kobe either. So don't get that in the fray. But if I'm in Ben Simmons' head or even a basketball player, I'm out here trying to do what I need to do to get myself back in that good trade value if I really, really, really can't work nothing out with this organization. I wouldn't even got that far. If I was an NBA player, I wouldn't even been going through all this shit. I would have been in the gym, training camp, been on the pressure every day, doing my thing. But I'm letting it be known every day. Y'all find some pieces. Y'all find some pieces. Y'all find some pieces. I'm not giving y'all no $33 million. I don't have to fuck with my teammates, but they know I'm going to play for this game because that's the love that I have for this game. Ben Simmons is acting like a spoiled bitch. And he's not that type of caliber. He's a great player. Top 30. Me personally, top 30. you know what I'm saying, player in the league. And most some people like, man, you smoking. But you got to drop that down because it's another player on another bench that gives more heart than this motherfucker did this past playoffs. He handled this situation like a whole bitch. He not handling this situation like a man. Like I said, I don't know if it's Rich Paul. I don't know whoever is in his camp sitting here telling him that he can do this and do that and get this and get that. They giving you false information, my dude, because ain't nothing working in your favor right now. Nothing. But that's all I had to say on this video. I just wanted to talk about it. I mean, it wasn't no quick video. It was about 20 minutes. But, you know, I just had to talk about that real quick. I'll see y'all in the next video.